Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video we are going to talk about loop. So this is also a conditional statement. We have if else, we have switch case, now we have loop. So we have different loop, while loop, for loop, etc. So in this video we are going to talk about only while loop. So I'm going to create a new file here and the file will be while loop.cpp. I'm going to copy everything from the previous one. I'm going to remove everything inside it. All right. Now let's say I want to print from 1 to 10. So what I have to do, I have to every single time I have to initialize variable, right? So x is equal to, let's say, 1, then int y is equal to 2, then int z is equal to 3, and we have to do it 10 times, right? But what about 100 times, 1000 times, and more than this? That time actually we cannot initialize every single line. That time actually we can use loop, because loop will execute, within certain condition. Let's say I want to print 1000 words or 1000 number. So I have set here a condition, right? 1000 number. So it has certain condition and it will actually run 1000 times, right? According to the condition. So it will actually reduce the line of code for us and it will actually make our work short, right? So we don't have to write initialize variable and print out it 1000 times. We can actually do it using 3 line of code. So this is loop. So now I'm going to show you how you can actually initialize while loop. So the structure of while loop is you have to write at first while and then press tab. It will actually create the structure for you. So here you can see while, and then we have a condition. We know inside this parenthesis we have to write condition, right? So the condition is how many times actually the loop will be executed or run, and here we have to run the code. All right, so we have to initialize the value at first, that from where actually the loop will be started, and then we have to give here certain condition, and that is I want to actually print from 1 to 100, let's say. So or let's say 1 to 10. So I'm going to say here that okay, now x is smaller than or equal to 10, right? So this is the condition. Now loop will actually run for to fulfill this condition. But here you can see the x value is 1. When I enter this condition, 1 is smaller than or equal to 10, right? 1 is smaller than 10. So the equation is fulfill that statement, right? So it will actually enter this body and it will actually print, let's say, print the x value. So I will say cout, I will say x, and then actually I'm going to use here -t for the tab. All right, but to continue this loop we have to go to the next value, right? Because we have to compare the next value until it goes across the condition, right? So we have to increment the value here. Otherwise actually we cannot go to the next value, because here x value is 1, but we can actually go to x value 2 if we don't increment it, right? So here we have to increment it. So now every single time it will actually enter the body, and then x value will be increased by 1, and then it will actually go to the conditional statement, and then it will check the condition, and then if the condition is true then it will actually enter the body, and once again it will increment the x value till it fulfill the condition. So here now it will actually run 10 times, right? And then finally when the x value will be 11, here you can see x plus plus. So when the x value is 10, so when we actually increment it, so the x value will be 10 plus 1 is equal to 11, right? So here now x value is 11. So is this condition fulfill the criteria? No, because the condition is not true, right? Because x value is not smaller than or equal to 10, because now x value is 11, so 11 is not smaller than or equal to 10, so it will not enter this body, it will go outside. It means the code will be terminated. Now let's go and check, run the code. Here you can see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So this is how actually loop works, and this is the way to write while loop. You have to initialize first, then you have to give the condition in the body, sorry, not body, this conditional statement, inside first parenthesis, and then if the condition fulfill the criteria, then it will actually enter the body. So you have to write body like by using curly braces opening and the closing one, and we have to increment the value, right? So we have to increment it. That's it. I hope you understand. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.